Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to day 23 of May I Scrap Lift You. Today we are scrap lifting Desiree's tail. This is the layout that I chose to scrap lift. Here are all the items I chose. I've got some Nuvo drops, some Brutus Monroe aqua pigments, and glitter glaze. I have a old Stampin' Up! Stencil and the fabulous Cocoa Vanilla Studios Unforgettable Collection. I chose these three of my baby boy when he was a baby boy. And we are going to use this collection in all of my scraps and just trying to really work my way through this. I still have a lot of 12 by 12 sheets left. So I have a lot left in this kit. So yeah, I'm going to be able to get a couple more layouts out of this. I'm going to go ahead and use this fun mixed media looking sheet as my background. I am on my messy mat today because I'm going to be doing some messy mat requirements. I'm going to trim these down, these photos, and then I'm going to layer them all together in a strip like Desiree did in her sketch, or in her layout, not sketch. And as you know, the May I Scrap Lift You series is put together by Crystal Barrett over at Pineapple Papers, and it's a month-long series. She put together a list of her Instagram followers, and we all kind of, some people are, using Crystal's list, and some people are scrap lifting their own list. I've done half and half. I've mostly, not even half and half, I've mostly stuck to Crystal's list. There's been a couple days where I've branched off and done something else. So I'm going to layer these three photos up right here, and I'm trying to get them to where I like the way they look. So I'm going to just add a little bead of glue on each of the two outer photos and then set that top photo right there on top. Give it just a moment to grab hold and flip it over. I do have just random little things wrote on the back of all his pictures so that I would remember what the heck he was doing, because that was almost 20 years ago. Actually, it was 19 years ago. So it would have been probably more like March or April of 2002. Lord have mercy. I take my Brutus Monroe glitter glaze, which is my all-time fabulous favorite, most wonderful product in the world, in the berry color. They do have a new formulation and bottles now. So if you notice, my jars are the old containers, because I haven't used them up, but I'm not going to get rid of them. But you will see that I do have ones that I have used up and had to replace, and I have the new jar. Yay! I absolutely love the glitter glaze, and I am on the Brutus Monroe design team. I can tell everyone now, so my love for this product will never end. So I did kind of a little bit of a mistake. This is the aqua pigment in, I think, light blue. And I am just, dripping around. I'm going to bring a paintbrush out too. I do have some big splatters, and I'm going to get some little splatters now with a paintbrush. But my faux pas, I made a mistake. I didn't line up my pictures back on top of my mixed media to make sure that I would be able to see. And so that cluster down there, that one right there, that one gets mostly covered up, which is okay, but still a little upsetting because it's so pretty. I love the glitter glaze. I do come in and just sop up some of those bigger droplets that I have on there because I wanted to create and I didn't want to wait for those to dry. And I did not use gesso on my page, so it does soak through pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit more of the splatters on there. And the aqua pigments, they come in those little eyedropper jars, which are fabulous. The aqua pigments are so much fun as well. I love Brutus Monroe, so I'm sorry, you guys. I will never not be able to say anything wonderful about that product or products or company. So I do just go ahead and apparently clean my mess up right here on screen. And I found this in my stash. I have no idea. It's some kind of like canvas fiber. I have no idea. But it was sitting there, and I'm all about let's use it up. So I'm going to mat my photos on it first. And my ATG does not stick on that washi for some reason, you guys, so I have to work around it. I'm just going to roughly fussy cut this out. This is almost like, it's almost like tissue paper, but like cotton. I don't know. It's not, it's softer than tissue paper. So I just come in and I just roughly trim around all 3 of these photos of my little bugger when he was such a little bugger. Oh, I love him. He was so cute. His little monkey toes. I could stare at pictures. Do you ever just wish you could just go back and relive your children's life? I would watch him grow up all over again. As sad as it is. He is my best friend. I love this kid. So, memory lane. All right, so now I'm going to come in and successfully have used up one of those sheets that I've had probably for 10 years and never used. I'm going to come in and grab some of this cardstock that I throw in all my kits. I'm going to grab that blue color and I'm going to matte my photos again in the blue. So we're just going to glue it all down with my fabulous ATG. I love the ATG. We're going to get that done. We're going to come back in and we are going to cut it down one more time. I do apologize for leaving this all in. Obviously, I shouldn't have left it all in, so poor editing on my part. But while I'm getting that trimmed down, let me remind you that today is the May I Scrap Lift You Hop. So in the description box below will be a link to all the lovely ladies that are creating for today and scrap lifting our lovely friends. So don't forget to check them out, send them some love, see what layout they chose or who they chose to scrap lift. And we've got that all done. So I am going to apparently do something. I don't know. This is all crazy. Looking to see what else I have in here. Oh, I'm going to make my triangles. So I want to, like I said, I want to make the most of the kit. So all these little scrappy bits that normally, if I was just using a page kit, would not make it back into my stash. But since it's still kitted up, I do keep all my scraps because I can, you can use them up until the point that there's no more 12 by 12 papers, or there's not enough embellishments, or I physically cannot get another 12 by 12 layout out of the remaining pieces, and I break it up and stick it in my stash. I keep all of the scraps together. When I go ahead and put it into my stash and de-kit it, I do toss all the smaller scraps because they stress me out, they give me a headache, and I do not like them, so we don't keep them around. So I just cut them into 3 by 3 squares and then cut them right in half so that I have my fabulous triangles. I do have too many, so I do end up saving some. Again, I am off screen, I think, and I need to check the angle of my camera. So I'm just making sure to get a few of each of the colors in a design that in a color design that I like. I want to make sure that they stand out just a little bit, so I'm going to take my black pin here. I have a surplus of pins, you guys, so I don't have one specific kind that I like or use when it comes to the colored pins or the black pins. I just, whatever one my hand lands on, excuse me, is the one that I happen to use for that moment. So you'll see that I use all kinds of different pins for the same purpose. There's no difference for me. I've always had a love of pins. Yeah, true story. So I'm just messily outlining all of the triangles. And, just whatever works. So I'm going to pull back in my fun paper, and I am going to go ahead and kind of figure out where I want these to go. I know they're pretty much going to run off the page, but I am okay with that. Looking at it now, I wish I would have put the pink one in the middle, just saying, but I don't. So I do make it even at the bottom and run it off the side. I'm going to go ahead and stick the middle one down because I know right where I want it, leaving a little space in between. Again, when I chose this layout, this is not a design that I have done before with the triangles. I do a lot of mixed media and stenciling work, and I love Brutus Monroe, so you guys know you've seen that before. But I do try to pick something that's not my standard go-to, just so there's a diverse spread of layouts in my albums. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to stick my photo cluster down. See how I covered up that whole one? Oh, so sad. But I'm going to pop that up on foam. Now this is the foam that I got from Spiegelmom Scraps. And I cut that too long, so I rode the struggle bus for a minute until I got a handle on it. And I am just going to make sure that I get the edges all popped up, and then I run it through the center for some stability. And once this stuff is stuck, you guys. So FYI, make sure you stick it where you want it to go. I use my pin blade to pull up the release tape, which makes it really simple. If you see, I actually struggle getting the pin blade off of the tape because it's super sticky. I am just going to move it a little bit to the left so that you can see a couple of those stars shooting out on the right hand side there. I also want to come in and create a cute little layer up at the top. She only had one, but I want to do two because I had so many extra. And I added a little bit extra HAG because where they had sat, where I had adhered them together, I covered up some of the adhesive. So I want to make sure that both triangles stay nicely on my page for eternity. And see, I used a different pin for that, so there you go. I do take these cut aparts that I have already used for something else, and I'm going to just cut them apart. I am going to go ahead and use my liquid adhesive just to make sure that it sticks, just because it's going over the top of some of those aqua pigments and that glitter glaze. So I want to make sure that the funky layers I got going there sticks down. I pull a tab. I'm going to adhere that there as well. We're going to put this up here, and it says something beautiful. I make a little cluster down here at the bottom with these banners. And then I'm going to go ahead up at the top. I'm going to put this other little banner. And then I struggle right here because I want to layer this, but I don't want it to touch that banner piece that I put there. And since I used liquid glue, it's stuck for life. So I'm going to go ahead and layer it up there and come in and basically I cover it up. I cover the heart up because I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I'm going to stick that guy underneath to fill the gap. There was some gappage between the one with the pink heart and the top of the page. And then I'm going to pop on some word phrases. Yep, see, cover it up. I'm going to pop some word phrases around the page as well. And that is pretty much going to do it. I'm going to come in and put my Nuvo drops down, and then we're going to call it done for this layout. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the design, and I'm so glad that I was able to play along with Pineapple Papers and all the other lovely ladies. So don't forget to hop over and check them out. The title of my layout is just going to simply be Hello. Because I was like, hello. I used to say that to him all the time. Hello, Samuel. So I do use my liquid adhesive just to make sure that it stays stuck forever. I pop on 4 of these black hearts that also came in the collection with the wordy phrases. Then we're going to come in and we're going to add a whole bunch of Nuvo drops. And I did so good I did not stick my hand in it. I am so proud of myself. I'm going to add this little guy right up there as well because I felt like it just needed a little something extra up there just to pop a little bit more pink up in that, because I now have pink in a triangle at the bottom right, the top right, and over here in the middle left. So that's going to do it. I'm going to get these all down in 3 clusters of 3. If you liked my layout, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below if you have not already. I will also have a link to my Facebook group if you would like to join along or share what you created today. I love seeing what everybody creates. It is so much fun. I get so inspired by you guys, and your nice, lovely comments always put a smile on my face. So we're going to have some close-ups now of all of the fun stuff, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.